Brocha v'kiyamanu v'giyanu. L'zman hazeh to be here again in this amazing shul with such wonderful people. Good to see everybody. Rishus Mardas Rav Grossman, Rav Goodman, Kol HaKodesh hazeh. As we usher in the 3 weeks, our thoughts are on the past, on the Churbanos, and towards the future, the much-awaited Geula. So I thought it would be a good idea to speak for a few minutes about a Brocha in Shmone Esrai. I was by an Agudah convention, and I had the zechiyah to hear Ramat Yisrael Salman, Matisyo Chaim Benetel, he should have a refuah shalema b'sei shechel Yisrael. He posed a question. He asked, what's the most important bracha in Shmone Esrai? So of course, as soon as he said it, my mind started whirring. Maybe he's referring to Magen Avraham, because if you don't have kavanah, it's like you have to say over the whole Shmone Esrai. We don't, because we wouldn't have kavanah the second time. Or then maybe he means Rifa'enu, because Bereshis Bara, the first thing is Brias. Then maybe he means Sim Shalom, because this all flashed through my mind before he gave the answer. Maybe he means Sim Shalom, because Rashi says in B'chukaisa, Yemein Shalom Ein Klum. If there's no peace, there's nothing. Maybe he means Das, Das, because without our intellect, without our reasoning, what are we? And while I was thinking, he pounded the shtenda and he said the most important bracha in Shmone Esrai is Tka b'shofar gadol l'cheruseinu. The Rebbeinu Shalom should blow the shofar gadol and usher in the redemption. What does it mean, Tka b'shofar gadol? So, the Siddur Mesifta says it's a shofar gadol because its sound is heard all over the world. That's why it's called the shofar gadol, because you can hear the sound all over the world. Rabbi Birnbaum, in his Pathways to Prayer, says it's a shofar gadol because of its significance, that it ushers in the redemption. That's why it's the shofar gadol, because it ushers in the redemption. That would be similar to the fact that we call the Mediterranean the Yam HaGadol. Not because it's such a big yam, but because of its chashivas, its proximity to Eretz Yisrael. In a very poetic statement, the Resisei Loyalo says, you know why this shofar is able to be heard all over the world? He says it's able to be heard all over the world because it's an accumulation of the cries and the screams of the Yidden that suffered throughout the ages. And it's an amalgam of all those prayers through pogroms and massacres and Holocaust and inquisitions. And the final shofar gadol will hold all of their cries when the Geula comes to fruition. The Pirkei Rebbe Eliezer says that it's called the shofar gadol because it's from the Ayil Shel Yitzchak. The horn of the Ayil Shel Yitzchak, the left one was used at Har Sinai, and the right one will be used by the redemption. And because of the fact that the right horn of a ram is always bigger than the left horn, that's why it's called shofar gadol. V'son neis l'kabetz kol yoseinu, Rashi says in Yeshaya, v'son neis means put up a big flag, a big banner that we could see from all over, that everybody should know where to come. Now, why does it say twice, L'kabetz kol Yoseinu, and then also V'kabseinu yachad mehira mi'arba kanfei sa'aretz? So the Mesidah Mefurish says beautifully. He says, V'kabseinu v'saneis l'kabetz kol Yoseinu. That's referring to the 10 tribes that are all in one place. V'kabseinu yachad me'arba kanfei sa'aretz. That's referring to Yehuda and Binyamin that are scattered in the 4 different parts of the world. What does it mean, V'kabseinu yachad? Says the Rekeach, unlike at the time of Ezra, where only some 42,300 Yidden came up to Eretz Yisrael, that's it. But the final Geula, V'kabseinu yachad me'arba kanfei sa'aretz. And then we end off, Baruch atah Hashem, Mikabetz nidchei Amo Yisrael. We ask Hashem, please, with the redemption, all the nidchei Amo Yisrael, all the thousands of people that are off the derech, they call kip, the kids in pain, the children at risk. Please gather them, and also Mikabetz nidchei Amo Yisrael, and the collective prayers of such an olam. Such a geshmak whenever I come here. Such an olam in this shul, this over 100-year shul that has so many Amen Yeheshmei Rabbis under its roof, so many Gal Yisraels under its dome. May we be zeicher to go with it to Yerushalayim Habenuya B'mehera V'yameinu.